Hi guys, and welcome back to Art Shop channel. Okay guys, we are going to go on to the next stage of making our our ring donut. So let me show you where we got to. So we made our donuts, and I've let those dry, and now and I actually then painted them white, just in a base coat, just along the side and at the top and in the middle, just so that everything's going to stick to it okay. I find giving a base coat of white to my clay projects just help it all look a lot better. So I'm really pleased how they come out. Now we're all ready to go on the next stage. So what we're going to do on this particular tutorial is I'm going to show you how to make them look like a donut. So we're going to paint them and go with the flow with that. So we do that on this particular tutorial. Then after that, we will let them dry, and I'll come back and I'll show you how to make different toppings, fake toppings for the donuts. Now, yeah, that's it basically in a nutshell. So without further ado, I'll get on and show you how to do that. So I'm going to get a piece of foil, and I'm going to get my brush, and I need some sort of brown. Now, because donuts are normally sort of a creamy brown, aren't they? So I'm going to use my raw sienna acrylic paint by Marie's again. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit of that onto my foil, and I'm going to mix that with a little bit of water. Okay, on there like so, and then I'm just going to pull a bit in and just mix it, because I find the best thing to do, you can build this up in sort of layers, so you'll sort of know when it starts to look like a donut. So what I'm going to do is, well, before I start, just to let you know, I'll paint it all, but around the sides, that's usually lighter colour. It's more white, and that's because when the donut is fried in the hot oil, obviously it's flipped and then flipped again, and then it sort of floats on the oil, doesn't it? So this bit is doesn't get much of the cooking of the oil, if that makes sense. So when the bottom and the top get cooked in the fat oil, and then the middle bit sort of just floats there, so it doesn't get as much. So that's always a bit lighter. So what I'm going to do is get my paint like so, and I'm just going to offer that around inside like so. You see that? Now you're probably thinking, oh, that's a bit light, Simon, and it is supposed to be like that because I can add to it to make it darker later. I don't want to put dark and then try to rub it off. You can do it that way, but I find that's a bit more difficult way of doing it. So what I'm doing is just getting it around the water solution of that brown, and just, let me put it down for you, and then just wiping that round like so. Okay, and I'm just going around the edge, and a little bit more. And get some water again. And just rub that in like so. So you just keep doing that, and I find going around in circles like this helps. It just keeps it more even. Now on the side, I'm just going to make it quite wet, and I'll tell you why, because I want to rub a bit off. So what I'm doing is doing it like that, and now I'm just going to go put it on its side. So can you see this? So you can see I've got sort of slightly browner there. I don't know if you can see this, guys. Oh, there you go. So you can see that, and now I'm just going along like that. So I'm leaving the middle white. So I'm just going to do that all the way around quickly. Okay. And now I'm just going to get some my brush nice and clean and nice and wet. And then I'm going to just pop that round where that was white, and just drag the paint that's already on there around. So I'm making it quite wet, guys, because I don't want I don't want it to be so thick in the middle there. And you have to do this fairly quick because you don't want the paint to dry, because it'll look like you painted it, which is obviously what you have done. So, right. So I'm just doing that. Okay, so that's it so far. So that's our first layer. So now I'm going to get a bit more of the brown and a little bit more of water, and then this is going to be darker, the darker part. So it hasn't quite dried yet, but that's not a problem. I'm just going to go around again and keep building up layers like this until I'm happy that it does look like, well, a donut colour, really. Funny that. Let me do it the other way, you might be able to see it better. So at the moment it's a bit hard for you to see because of it's quite light, the colour of brown, but it won't be in a minute. If you can bear with me, I will show you. Okay, so just get a bit more of that. See, it's a bit darker there. You see that? Can you see this, guys? It's a bit tricky for you to see, isn't it? But I do apologise. So I'll do it like that. Okay, so let me just try again. There, see? And I'm going to make that darker. But I have to be careful. I have to do it quick because it will dry. So I'm going to get my paintbrush wet and then sort of push it round. And if I think it's setting too quick, I'll quickly use my finger just to rub that round, like so. Okay. Now, I'm just going to get some more wet in there. I'll probably find I can actually make it quite wet, the middle part, and then rub that off. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Right, and I'm going to make it a little bit more darker now. So I'm going around again, like so, get in all the nooks and crannies. Turn it upside down actually and get in there. Okay, like so. And then go around again to make it look more donut-like. Okay, I'm going to put a bit of water with that just to blend it in a bit more. Okay, I mean, if you go wrong on the top, it doesn't really matter because you're going to cover that mostly up with a topping. So don't beat yourself up if that goes a bit wrong. So now I'm just doing the edge. And I'm just going around like so. So see what I'm doing there? And then I just need to do that part, which would be the bottom part of the donut if it had been flipped, you know, in the pan, whatever it's called that you'd use for the thing. So okay, guys, we're getting there. So just a little bit more darker, just on the top there. Just need it all round. See what I'm doing? I'm just messing about with it, keeping it all there. A little bit of water there before it dries, because I don't want it to look like brush marks, because that would look very wrong. But be careful with the water there. There's a bit too much there, and I'm starting to rub off what I put on. So I'm just going to put some more brown there and then offer that around and try to get rid of any brush strokes. You might be able to do this with a sponge, but I've never done it with a sponge, but you might be able to do that. So now I'm going around the edges. Hopefully you can see this better. Yes, you can. That's lovely, isn't it? Now I'm just going to put my finger in there, and then I'm just going to go around like this. And then what I will do is go back around with my finger, I think. So what I'm going to do now is, because some of this, I don't even see it, it looks like tram lines. Can you see that, guys? So I'm just going to blend that in a bit more. Just a bit, if I can. I just need to rub that off. So let me just wipe my hands. And yes, it's coming together. So a bit more water there. Because you don't want it to be completely white in the middle, because it's not like that, because it does actually get some colour when it's cooked normally. So I'm just doing it. So that's going to be there. So yeah, it's not too bad. I'm quite pleased with that already. Let me have a look. You see that? Let me see. There, see? Look at that, absolutely marvellous. I might do it slightly darker, so I'm going back in again, guys. Wish me luck, just to get that all blended up. Because you don't want it to look anemic, because donuts do not look anemic, do they? They always look scrummy and you just want to eat them all. But this one will look scrummy too. So, there we go. I'm getting a bit more brown. And like I said with some of my other projects, if this goes wrong and you think, oh no, it doesn't look good, just leave it, let it dry for a couple of days and then paint over it in white again and revisit it and try again. So it's easy as that. So don't get all frustrated with it because this is art at the end of the day and it's supposed to be fun. Fun, guys, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? What I'm saying? You do. That's great. Okay, so now I've got my middle part, as you can see, and I'm just got some water again, and I'm just going to sort of drag it up if I can. Yeah, there. This is quite white there already, but not there. Okay, so you just keep doing this until you're happy with it, guys. And like I say, I'm using my fingers. That's just the way I roll. Because at the end of the day, whatever technique you've got, that's great. You just need to make it look like a fake donut. So if you can think of any other way to do that, then do that. So there you go. So there we have our fake donut. Now I've made 5 others, so this is the first one I've done. So I won't do the rest on camera. I will do it off camera, i.e. paint them and make them all the same. Let that dry and then I'll come back in the next tutorial and we'll have some real fun about what toppings we're going to put on there. And I can show you all the different techniques for that. So it's really exciting. And then after that, when it's all done, I will talk about what you can do with them. Because you never know, you might need some fake donuts. And yes, it's all very well making them, but what are you going to do with them? You know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, that's great. Okay, so thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next clip. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.